Hey everyone, LJ here, voice actor for the critically acclaimed pop culture phenomenon character Little Johnny. Do you enjoy our content? I enjoy our content, but I also enjoy being able to continue making it and making it better. So if you would like to support us, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel for all of our content a week early if you sign up for early access. And heck, even if you don't want to do that, the content is still free. It will come out in just a week and you can still watch it as though you're watching a normal YouTube video. The difference being, it supports us and supports Vessel, which is a great platform. So go ahead, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel and get your free trial today. And don't forget to complain in the comments about how much you hate Little Johnny in my voice. I haven't heard it yet, so please, keep doing it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode
Mardi Gras
216 of the TTV podcast.
That was the dullest countdown I've ever heard. You're like 5, 4, 3.
Do the name order right now, because Elder's not here. Go.
I'm Meso.
I'm John.
I'm Phweffie.
I'm Benny.
I'm Takuma.
I'm EXXC.
And I'm Prpl.
And that's 216 once again. And Viper and Vince switch places.
I'm
Why?
sorry,
You mean
Takumi has a nice ring to it. Why didn't you do
Stop
that?
laughing at my name.
Takumi does not have a nice ring to it.
It does. Takumi, Kalumi, Badooty, you know.
Halloumi cheese.
No, I'm just
None of
tripped
those
out
have
over
nice
Prpl. I mean,
cheese
I
and
thought
ham, mozzarella cheese.
I thought you were angsty Pinky.
Wait, my
Is that what
friend's
Prpl is?
cat's
Just an
called Pinky.
angsty version of Pink? Like as
Your
a
cat's
Angsty
called
Pinky.
Pinky?
It's like
Yep.
your entire body is pretty chill, but your pinky is angsty.
That's
It's
You
like-
only
Yeah,
have one
that's
Pinky?
right.
that was
Angsty
LJ
Pinky.
level of joke.
I'm just pointing out what Venice said. I didn't make the joke. I'm just...
Yeah, it was like how
clarifying the
Meso
joke.
said Prpl should be Peppy, but he said it like really weird. It was like Pepe. And I was like, Pepe or Peppy?
We don't
Pepe
talk
mean?
about hate symbols here, alright? So let's just
I don't
take
care.
a step back.
Well, okay.
Wow! Establishment.
So, guys,
Wait for it.
how's the weather?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
it's actually
weird.
raining today. It's raining
Stormy.
today, and I don't like that, because we were supposed to do like a lot of stuff today. We're supposed to go hiking.
love
we're supposed to go, like,
rain.
Rain is
and
amazing.
then like we just can't do
As
anything.
a fellow
Winter's coming.
European,
I mean, you can.
European
Can't go
as
longboarding.
Viper, then it's really rainy and stormy in
Winter is
Europia.
coming.
Have you guys heard of longboarding? Do you know what
What,
that is?
longboarding?
No.
Yeah.
Like waterboarding.
It's a board that I'm
No.
longing for.
Is that like an art
They
form?
do it for longer.
I'm not sure. No. Please.
It's like, I mean, it's basically just like it's a skateboard that's
It's
designed
basically,
to
it's a
like
skateboard
for
that's
long
longer.
distances.
Yeah.
So it's a longer
I've ridden a
skateboard than a
longboard
normal
before.
skateboard.
So
it's
my friends have been doing
Yeah.
it all semester, right? Since they've been coming on, and they longboard the class and everything, and I don't have a longboard, so I was like, I'm like, oh, I'll just be left out of this. But my friend got a new longboard.
You were
and
left
so-
out of it, and you were long bored.
do you need to be
You
very
had
long to
nothing
use a
to do.
longboard, or can you be?
All right. Well, I guess the LJ substitute has really revealed himself for this episode. Thank you, Meso. However, so what I learned basically how to do it because he got his board and he gave me his old one. So I've been longboarding now. It's not that long, Prpl. Okay, hold up. It's not that long. Good grief.
Longboarding.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Is there like a
But
family
anyhow,
size for
Boarding and
multiple
there's
people?
obscene boarding.
Like in the past 2
Club
days,
version.
I've gone from like literally like falling off the board onto my butt like every time I stepped on it to like actually being pretty good to the point where I can like ride around everywhere. So that's been really fun.
But
I've been learning how to
can
do
you
that.
do any
Like-
tricks though?
Staying on it for
Sure,
more
I
than
can
2
do the
seconds.
I can do the
Silly
trick where
Vin, tricks are for kids.
Tricks.
No.
Maybe I am a kid.
I mean, John's pretty
270 nollie
kid-sized, so
kickflip.
could have fooled me.
Oh, that's a sporty board.
there's racism
Yeah.
in there
I
somewhere.
remember when I wanted to learn to skateboard, and then I tried to do it, and I slipped.
I mean, I have a-
I didn't
slipped.
slip, and then I landed.
I didn't
straight on my
slip.
back, and
Skateboard.
I looked up in
Skateboarding
the
has
sky
never
and said to
appealed to me.
myself, "I will never achieve what I want."
I've always wanted to skateboard, but like
I actually used to
don't know
skateboard
how.
for a
I
little bit.
like rollerblading.
I like
Or
I
inline
a
wanna
bike
rollerblade
because
too.
it's
Yeah,
convenient as
rollerblading.
transportation.
See, I'm kind of
Dude,
freaked out about
it's legit.
rollerblading because you can't just like jump off; like they're attached to your feet. So if you mess up, it's basically your feet that are
That's
trying
true.
to.
That's
like,
But that's
basically
also a
injure you.
good thing, though,
protective
because
gear
then you'll
and you
always
learn
be
the
on.
proper way to fall down.
Yeah, but what if
No,
you
I
want to
feel
get
like
off
for
stuff?
practicing though, when you're starting to learn, it is pretty freaky because you can't like put your foot down to stable yourself. It slips out from under you if you don't know how to do
Yeah,
it.
basically. Like,
So up
I mean-
until you're good, like it's
I
kind of
guess-
scary to learn.
I mean, I'm probably gonna sound like a snob or something here, but I never had to learn how to balance with roller skates.
Wow.
You know what that's called?
I-
Privilege.
or not.
You never, wait, you never had to.
Is it? Oh yeah. No, I got my first set of rollerblades when I was 5 or 7. I put them on and I took off, and I never, I've seen all these cartoons and stuff where people put these wheels on their feet and they just completely can't, they can't even. And I never understood that because it wasn't like that for me until it was probably around 6 years ago. I was hanging out with some friends, and one of them had never done skating before. He puts the skates on, and it's like in the cartoons. He can't stand up. His feet are flying everywhere, and just,
Well.
he's holding on to stuff for dear life. It was just surreal for me.
But why didn't you have to balance?
I mean,
It just clicked for you?
check my privilege.
Like you just became one with the
blade.
blades?
Like I put them on and I stood up. That's all there was to
Oh,
it.
that's not snivy. That's just like a miracle or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's I wouldn't say that's
you're some kind of alien.
yeah. I put on the blades and it just got to me. It's just
I became
like
one
such an
with the
anime
wheels.
thing.
what rollerblades is an anime thing.
Yes.
I've not seen any
I
rollerblade
suddenly want
anime.
to see an all
so I don't
rollerblading
know.
anime. It's about kids. Okay, let me pitch you something. It's about kids in a school. They enter into a rollerblading tournament to like. Has to be a boarding
How
school.
would
It
that
has to
work?
be a boarding
tournament
school.
for
Listen.
rollerblades.
And it has to be a dating
Okay.
sim.
My ideal superhero would be a kid on roller skates who can do telekinesis and is wearing like
Roller splates.
Why a kid though? Why wouldn't it be a grown
Why are
up?
the splates rolling?
If
and he's
I-
wearing like 90s gear, like the zigzaggy primary colors.
if
Isn't
I
Attack
had
on
a
Titan kind of like rollerblades anime ish?
if I had a
Not
superhero-
even remotely.
I don't know. They like sort
Wow.
of skate and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
No,
Alright,
they
you
use
want a
like
superhero?
this-
You want a superhero on roller skates? I can give you a superhero on roller skates.
If I had a superhero,
Hey!
if I created a superhero, I would have them wear moon
What?
shoes.
Oh man,
Oh my god.
What's moon shoes?
I think I got one
I'd
up.
call him
X,
Prince.
bruh, you don't
weirdest
know about moon
I don't know
shoes?
what moon shoes are. Should I know what moon
Think
shoes
of
are? What?
trampolines for
Wear,
your
like, the most
feet.
cringy stuff and then wear moon shoes.
Oh, those things. Oh,
Trampolines attached to your
no.
I
And
used
then
to
have
love
clothes
those when
with
I was
little
little.
moon shoes.
What is the point of them?
Right.
Do they fat?
So you can
Definitely.
bounce.
And
Oh.
socks on the cross.
Oh, I guess.
Oh, I actually forgot about her,
Yeah,
man. That's a good
I
point.
guess-
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
something.
Freaking Big Hero 6, man.
Isn't Big Hero 6
Big Hero
2
7.
coming out at some point? Or is.
I didn't know there was ever
didn't
anything
hear-
about
yeah.
12.
I did not hear anything about Big
I don't
Hero
know. That's why I
7.
asked the question.
I
I
don't
have
know if
no
it was Big
idea
Hero
either.
7, but
Really? Alright, there's only one superhero movie that I'm really looking forward to coming out
Speaking
of
of
Disney.
heroes, let's not forget.
It's The Incredibles.
oh yeah.
Forget.
I want to
I
forget
can't wait, but you know.
No, screw The Incredibles. It's all about Lucio.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Lucio.
love
Lucio is a
I still-
superhero.
Let's break it down.
I still want Blizzard to make a TV show called I Love Lucio.
I don't get it.
That sounds really
So
boring.
there's a
and
TV
dumb
show
and
called
stupid.
I Love
You should
Lucy.
feel bad.
Oh, no, I don't know what I
And,
Love Lucy
yeah, so
is.
Takuma made a stupid joke
It's
about
an old
I-
black and white TV
Lucio's
show.
like
So
my
old
favorite
black and white TV
healing
show.
character.
There's racism. in
Thank
there
you,
somewhere.
Echo John.
Thank you,
Thank
Echo
you,
John.
Echo John.
Thank you, Echo John.
Thank you,
Anyway.
Echo John.
What?
I don't know what happened there, but
There
it
we
was
go,
funny.
TTV
Good
Podcast,
job.
whatever number this one is.
So, I think I
Thank
forgot
you, John.
to briefly
Thank you,
But
John.
for real though,
the Echo.
our sponsors for the day. So
Wake
here's
up,
a brief
Echo
mention of
John.
our sponsors for the day. Throughout the show, we're talking about our Vessel account at vessel.com/TTV channel and our message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. We'll talk more in depth later in the show, but there you go. Just a little quick primer, letting you know. Anyway, continue on.
Okay.
And before you
So-
guys forget, like you usually do.
Oh, I'll remember.
You know-
I'll
Yeah.
segue into awkwardly in the middle.
You know, when you I mean, when you think about it, Overwatch is basically Incredibles to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. With the storyline, like there's no family in it per se.
Well, yeah,
but
there's
like,
it's the basic idea,
which is kind of like the
big
point of the
heroes,
Incredibles.
and
but
then they,
right.
Oh
Well,
my
I mean, like,
gosh.
okay, they were heroes.
Overwatch, you play as big heroes, and there's 6 per team.
What that tweet?
What?
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
What?
Okay, so
Madness and stupidity.
Overwatch, like, in a sense, it's kind of like the Incredibles, but in the same sense, there's also like, there's very clearly evil people there. Like there's like there's like there's the angel, and then like and then there's a soldier, that's a little sketch, and then there's the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I
There's
And
like
there's the
also,
guy that picks Hanzo, who's
I
literally
pick
Lord
Hanzo.
Satan.
Here's the Blue Widow.
Yeah, it's
There's like
annoying.
this blue assassin lady who's like
And
And
then,
then-
and then like there's
this
then
big
blue
blue waifu lady.
blue wife.
then there's like
There's,
a fat
that
a
waifu
fat guy
lady,
with a
and then there's the
chain.
other waifu lady, and then there's that
One
one
more
extra
time.
waifu lady, and there's
And then
one
there's
more.
the British.
Then there's like the crazy little
I like how this podcast is basically
Australian
5
dude
different people talk.
with the
He
wheel.
can also
Podcast
be
is
your
basically
waifu,
5
John.
different
You
people
sounded
talking over
hesitant
each other,
there.
each going, and then there's the blank, and then there's the blank.
And then there's the Meso talking over
Yeah.
the rest of us talking over each other.
Yeah.
Gosh, Meso.
Can't we just
Can we
talk
talk
over
about-
each other in peace?
Can we talk about what like everyone else is doing? Why
This
it's
episode
only
sucks.
us?
With their lives?
You
Um,
suck.
Sure.
More
So
than-
They're
lately-
chilling.
Oh, okay. All right.
They
I
straight
thought
up
I had a
chilling, man.
chance There.
Okay, no, okay, go on. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. So lately, I've started drawing a little bit more, so that's been
OMG.
nice.
I
I
wanted to
draw
talk
too.
about like
Me too.
like this people missing from this
Same.
podcast. That's what I was gonna say.
You echo John.
I was gonna talk about them. Like they are chilling together. They're like they're going off to a trip.
I don't know what you're talking
Who's
about.
chilling together?
So anyway,
Is-
LJ and Var
I've
are
been,
gone.
okay, yeah, that's cool. So I've been drawing.
Alright.
What have you been
And,
drawing, man?
Let's see, what else? Oh, I did this commission for a friend, and I've been drawing a lot more Spider-Man stuff, because, yeah, and I've also been painting stuff,
Ooh.
including action figures. I've been painting onto some of my Transformer figures. It's weird to talk about this, because it's like,
what kind of paint
yeah,
do you
I've been
use?
painting Transformers. Oh, let me see them. No, I mean, like, I paint the figures. Oh, okay.
What kind of paints are you using? Like, what brand or whatever?
I'm using Tester's acrylic paints. I find that they're pretty good. I was following this tutorial online where this dude recommended them, and man, they do the job. Not only have I been painting the Transformers, I've also started painting a little bit of BIONICLE stuff too.
Ooh.
So I did a couple of masks just to kind of test out. I was really curious, right? Like I
So-
like all the custom masks I see like Modalt masks come out with. It's like all these nice little tribal designs on the model masks and stuff. So I was like, I want to give it a shot. And I painted like
camo
maybe
color?
20 masks by now.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
So is it like
Whoa,
an
someone's
actual
cornering that
like
market.
dedicated model paint or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume so because I found it in like the model section of.
I've just never heard of it. I use Citadel paints. So.
You know what you do, Ven?
See, I was thinking about Citadel paints, but I heard that they scratch off really easily, and I think I can confirm because when I had a couple of masks done by Modalt Masks, and he uses Citadel, or they use Citadel paints, one of my masks ended up getting scratched within a day.
Do you know if they put like a seal on it, or if it's just
I don't
paint?
think they did.
Oh well.
I think it was just
that
the
would,
flat paint and whatnot. But I haven't
if
had
you don't
any,
seal it, yeah, that's gonna be an
yeah,
issue.
I haven't had those
Well,
kind of
hey.
issues with testers though. So
You know what, Ven? I
Okay.
wish that you and I were within a reasonably commutable distance so that we could get into war.
what the heck does that have to do with this?
No, like
mean,
no,
hey,
like,
man, sounds
Warhammer
cool.
is
Like
Warhammer's a miniature thing where you
tabletop
paint
war
your
game.
miniatures. Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I've seen a lot of that online. Like whenever I'm looking up paints, I always see the little figurines as like examples of the cool stuff you could do with this paint. Look,
Figure.
you can color this little figure, give them all the details. Figure. So yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. That'd be cool.
I've
down.
got some. I just haven't done much.
Can't imagine there.
because they're expensive.
Yeah, I'd be. Oh, jeez, yeah.
Me too. Another
Hey,
one.
Ben, you should
But,
make me a custom mask. Just like a
funny,
purple.
funny thing.
You're gonna
Anyway.
pay him?
Wait, what?
What I was gonna say is that like you should film yourself making these masks and replace our series that like we used to have and now is gone for whatever reason. That
I
Eric
honestly
did.
don't
What happened
know.
to that guy?
If you're
What
still
ever happened
alive,
to that guy?
man,
Oh, right.
hope you're doing
Wait,
well.
did he-
Give us a shout out.
Are you still here?
Yeah, can you just tell us you're
I'm sure
okay?
he's
'Cause,
still
like,
in the BZP
you might be
circles
dead.
that we just don't-
honestly, and I wouldn't know.
I think he'd know if he was dead, Kahi.
I'm sure he's
I'm
still
sure
kicking.
that he's still
Maybe not
active
kicking
on
the
BZP
bucket, but
or their
I'm
Facebook
sure he's still kicking.
circles we don't go to. But I don't know.
Oh,
I just said
is
I'm
he okay?
pretty
Awesome,
positive.
awesome.
What if he thinks we're dead? I mean, we
But yeah, I've
moved
been
to
painting a couple
Discord
of
without
been
him.
painting a couple of old oh, okay. I've been painting a couple of old Bionicle masks, and it's all turned out pretty good. I've shown some of you guys how it turned out. Did some camo style masks
Hey!
and
That's
some total recolors. I made like a Metru blue version of Kopaki Uniter's mask. That turned out pretty nice.
Did you paint one with a tiger camo so that it gets more damage?
No, I haven't done tiger. Well, I did sort of tiger camo on like this on one of these Transformers I painted recently.
Huh.
And I'll post a picture in a bit. But anyway,
Neat. You should make me a custom mask, then. You know, my birthday's coming up.
I know
That's
your
pretty
birthday's
easy,
coming
though.
up,
It
and
just
I
needs
do-
to paint
I do
it
have
purple.
a surprise for you later down the line. So
Oh, you
shut
do?
up.
You act like that took some effort. Like,
Man, I
oh,
want
my
a
birthday's
custom
coming. I
mask,
worked so
another
hard for
one.
this all year.
I want.
Come on.
Well, you know I was making you one, but you know you just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, the white cultivask. Yeah, what happened
Hey.
with that? I want that. Can I have
Yeah,
that?
dude.
Wow.
I still
Yesterday.
have that lying around.
Delayed reaction. Good grief.
No, I can't just travel back in time and give it to you
Yes.
yesterday. Is that really what you just asked me?
I
You
did.
just ask me if I could give it to you yesterday?
As soon as
It's
possible.
an expression. It means,
Yeah.
like, ASAP.
Anyway, that model looks snazzy. I just looked at the chat.
Oh, okay.
It'll be thrown up in the video too for all the listeners.
Yeah, this is one of the Transformers. Well, this is one of the Transformers I did recently. I'll put up a comparison with the other one. I mean, with the
Other one.
original. Boom. There it goes.
Cool.
The original's
That's
on the
cool.
left.
I have
has
no
this
idea
weird
what I'm
blue
looking
and
at, but
green
I like
going
it.
on.
Yeah, I like the
Transformers,
camo
cool.
and the details. That's actually pretty cool.
And then this is what they look like in jet mode.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
The camo,
So
like,
that
lines
should be
up
a lot
and
more
all that.
comprehensible because I know you guys aren't into Transformers as much as I
Well,
am.
yeah. Let me
so-
let me ask you something from like I've asked you this
played the
before.
Transformers,
Yeah.
War for Cybertron, and Fall of Cybertron. So
But
I've asked you this
a lot of
before,
access.
like behind, you know, we're not on the podcast, but I want to ask again, just so like our podcast listeners can kind of get an idea for it. As someone, you know, we've all been Bionicle fans. What is the draw to like action figures like Transformers, for example, who that you can't build, you know, or you can't necessarily customize beyond like painting them, like what you're doing now? Like,
They're
what do you think is the
cool-looking
draw for that?
robots.
I would say the draw is, yeah, they're cool looking robots.
Well,
and
the expensive
draw
ones
is
I think
mostly
are cool,
that
but, like-
they're I would say iconic for some. Like some people might want to buy an Optimus Prime figure because you know he's the most famous Transformer. But for me personally, it was because I grew up watching the cartoons, and I like ended up liking the characters from the cartoons, and I wanted like the toy versions of them. And then especially more so when the movies came out, because that kind of like really sparked my interest in Transformers. I wanted to collect all the figures of all the characters that came out in the movies, get all the movie style characters that they came out with
Yeah.
too. Like this guy, this guy wasn't in a movie, but they did make him to just kind of promote the movie, and I picked him up because I thought he looked cool. I wanted to see him alongside my collection of other relevant
nice.
characters. So
That's cool. I have
Yeah.
a
yeah, when
dragon
it comes down to
transformer.
it, it's like it's the TV show, it's all the media that they come out with for Transformers. Otherwise, there would be no draw, really. Aside from they're just cool toys.
Yeah.
Robots.
I have a dragon transformer. It's like the only one I have.
Good for you.
You know what bothers me?
What?
Is that I recently saw a dragon transformer at this one toy vendor was selling it, and it was loose and it was just sitting there in the box. I picked it up. It was blue and purple.
Oh my god!
And it was so nice, and I'm like, oh, it's both my favorite colors. I kind of want it. But I was like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's kind of a big figure. He's probably gonna sell it for a little bit too much. So I was like,
no, you should have gotten it.
I put it down for now. I'm gonna think about it. I was thinking about it. I really was. And just when I was kind of wrapping my head around it, some other dude comes up. He's like, hey, yo, I want this dragon.
No.
And the dude's like, yeah, I'll give it to you for you, man. I'll give it to you for 20. And I'm like, no. And the
you didn't even bother asking the price. Come on, man.
No, I didn't. I don't know why.
How
that was
could
like
you
the
do
only
this,
transformer I
Vin?
saw that the dude had that I didn't ask for the price. I was just like, I'll think about it.
Oh my gosh,
The dude got away with it. He went away. He took it.
The one that got away.
That was like
Yeah.
It's a Katy Perry song here.
that was like me
In
at
another life.
Rick Fair. There was this one dude looking at Thok, and he was like, "That's $10 or something, $10." And he was like, "I'll think about it." And I was like, next in line, "I'll have that Thok."
Oh, I have that video.
Nice.
I have that video that like I should post someone to, because like we were there and you're like, I want to buy this stock, I don't know, and then some guy comes, he's like, hey, how much for this? And the guy says, well, $10, and we're both like holding our breath, and he's like,
I have a bad joke that I just thought of. Hey, Viper.
Go for it.
What do you call a tiny thok?
I don't know.
Nah.
A tater thok.
Nope. Nope.
No, I get it.
You've been
That
LJ.
pity laugh.
You've been LJ for officially 20 minutes, and you're already better than him. A joke.
Rip out.
Yeah. Well, it's not like it's really hard to do.
Oh, snap.
Oh snap. Well, I mean, basically, all you need to do is put a piece of cardboard over your face.
Then
No one
say,
no one would really
All
know,
you gotta
right?
do is
all you need to do
Sometimes
is
now.
say, "You can't see my face." Then put like a rucksack or something over it,
I actually, no joke.
and then say like,
I
"You
actually did
can't
take-
know anything about me," and that will immediately make you.
No, you gotta be, what is it called when Spider-Man's wearing, like, the bag on his face? Is it just Bagman or whatever? Venom, you should know this. You're the Spider-Man fan.
Amazing
Bagman.
Bagman.
Ven, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Wait,
Isn't he wearing
I wasn't listening.
Spider-Man, when he's wearing the bag on his head, and isn't he in a Fantastic Four outfit, too?
Yeah, Amazing Bagman.
Yeah. See, I'm not crazy.
So
No, he's not crazy at all. I know what he's talking about.
okay, I took a photo.
What's that supposed to mean?
I found
that's
LJ
a tiny
at the
picture. Hold up.
I found LJ at the National History Museum, and I took a photo of him. What he looks like without the mask,
Oh.
which is like pretty crazy.
Oh my god.
Very nice.
It's pretty.
Nice.
Pretty.
It's one on
meh.
Twitter,
Totally
but yeah, there you go.
revamped Spider-Man. What in the world?
Incredible.
Kind of under.
I love that
I
costume.
don't know the
That's
full
pretty great.
story behind this. I just know that Spidey joined the Fantastic Four for a time, and they made him the Amazing Bagman.
That.
I have a number of
What?
problems with this,
I don't
but
know.
it did happen apparently. So.
Well, I mean, okay, basically what happens is I think his costume either got lost, like destroyed, or it was like in the wash or something.
Right.
And he needed like
and
a
they
new
probably
costume.
just had an extra suit for him.
They had an extra.
It
Yeah,
didn't have
well,
a mask.
if you look,
not-
it's an old Fantastic Four costume because Johnny Storm is wearing the new black and white Fantastic Four costume, and he has the
right.
old blue and.
Let's not
black.
forget
They
about
gave him a
what's
little
on the
hand-me-down.
back, though.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about what's on the back of the costume.
The Spidey symbol.
You don't. Oh, I suppose you didn't know who Bagman was. You're not gonna know what's on the back. There.
Oh yeah.
That is literally on the back of the costume.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
Bagman's a great costume that we'll never see in the MCU because they don't have the rights to Fantastic Four.
But maybe we could see it
yeah.
in Lego form.
Hey, you know what? If we got Spider-Man, there's hope.
Anything's possible.
Oh, I already think they do have the rights to Fantastic Four.
Are you still holding on to that theory?
I honestly am because it makes sense. It makes total sense.
I know.
Fox says, no, we're not going to do anything. And then they're like, can we have the rights to X-Men TV show? Marvel's like, well, then did we hear nothing? Then Fox is like, hey guys, we're partnering with Marvel for 2 X-Men TV shows. What? Nothing happened though. That's all the news. And Marvel's like, yes, nothing happened. By the way, Inhumans no longer happening. We're doing another film there, but don't worry about it. Nothing's going on.
It does seem pretty sketch. Not gonna lie. But I guess we'll see in time. So, how's it going?
This chat's going a bit too spooky for me, so I think you guys.
I don't know where you're going.
You guys want to dial it back down a little bit? I'm getting kind of spooked.
Spider-Man memes. Those terrible drawings.
All right,
the ones from like the first.
We're 25 minutes in. Let's talk about one of our sponsors.
Oh my gosh, you actually remembered.
Do you want to talk about? Want to switch up the order? Do you want to talk about the boards first?
No.
Sure, why not? So, do you like fun? Do you like cool discussions? Do you like submitting your mocks for Chroniclers Convergence? Not mocks, I'm saying projects for Chroniclers Convergence 2016. There's a place to do all those things. The TTV Message Boards at board.ttvchannel.com. You'll get laughter and cheer and fun times all year if you go there and participate in our great discussion.
I love how it took you a
and
second
don't
to
forget
think of
about
that.
message board exclusives not seen on the channel.
Oh yeah, you did do something, didn't you?
Yeah, talk about that. That's
what
funny.
was it? I didn't actually read it.
TTVTNTRFE.
What is that?
What on earth?
It's TTV Takuma Nuva Talks Rapid Fire Edition.
Yes. And it's hilarious. So go check it out.
Exclusive to the message boards.
Yep. So
many people are enjoying it, saying it is the best 20 minutes of their life.
Can confirm. Was good 20 minutes.
I need to.
Wait, did you basically do a rant video?
I am going to listen. Okay, should I just tell the story?
Sure. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh,
I'm on fall break, so I have not been on.
So, do you remember? It was a long time ago, like when we first started doing TTV Talks. There was somebody in one of the YouTube comment sections said something about how stupid all of the topics we were picking were, and so they're like, pretty soon you're going to be talking about air and Prpl.
Hey, if you can make air into a discussion, then I'm pretty impressed.
Prpl is pretty neato.
He's just saying we're coming up with stupid topics to discuss, and he lists 20 things that he says are even stupider. So I looked over the list and I said, you know what? Just to spite this mouth breather, I'm going to talk about each and every one of these things.
Hey, John's a
for
mouth
a minute
breather.
each.
Don't make fun of people like that.
A minute each is like one
bottom
sentence,
feeder.
though.
This filth. Whoever they were. They're probably listening right now and super triggered. Anyway, he posted a list of a bunch of stupid stuff, so I actually made a recording of me talking about each and every single one of these things for a minute each.
Including air.
Oh, wow.
Including air and printer paper and 3D printing and trees, just everything that was on this guy's list.
I love it. It's great.
So, Matanuri606 says, best 20 minutes of my life. Kopeak Nuva says, I am going to listen to this.
Epic testimonial.
I'm really
Lurking Alex says, this was a thing. So go to the TTV Message Boards. Check it out.
That's actually not. That's actually
when I saw
a good idea.
So it was I looked at the topic, but then I forgot about it, and it wasn't in my newest topics anymore because I had already checked it. So
this plug has gone on too long, guys.
Prpl, you've been a boards member for a long while.
Technically 2 years, but I kind of forgot about my account for a year.
Same.
Before I started posting art. So.
How could you? All right. What is something that you think is cool about the boards that we don't know about because we made them, or not? We don't know about, but it's not like an experience that we have.
You can have profile pictures. On
we were never board members before we were cast members.
Oh, when you guys actually acknowledged me and liked my post when I was still a fan, that was really cool. I remember Kadi liked my art topic, and I was like, oh my gosh. So
now.
And now you're
my
jaded.
approval means
I missed
nothing
the fan,
to you.
Prpl.
Okay.
To be
I have a
honest,
question,
now we just
actually.
have
I
the
do too.
jaded,
I do kind of miss
snarky,
fan
cynical
Prpl. Yeah,
I
now
have a
you just
question,
like
actually,
you hate all of
'cause-
this, and you're just like,
Yes.
I don't know if we ever got this, but Prpl, what was your reaction that day when you listened to the podcast where you and I coordinated the live reaction?
Oh, that
to
was
your
so
artwork?
cool. Oh my gosh, that
What was
made
going
me so
through your
happy.
head while you were listening to that?
I was just I don't even know what was like going through my head. I was just like high on happiness. it was like
High on
it's still
It's nice to
one of
meet
my
you, happiness.
favorite things. Oh my god.
I do like one like. There's an alternate universe where we haven't hired you, and you're still doing amazing fan stuff for us now, and I wonder what I've missed out on.
You probably missed out
I
on
wonder
a lot.
what.
I had some stuff planned.
So
Can we
now
like
she's
fire you
no.
and then you can like get back to work?
Yeah,
No, that's
happen.
mean.
fire you so you can. Yeah,
That's really
okay.
mean.
That
That's really mean.
It's funny.
that's still one of my favorite podcast moments, though.
It was a great
So
moment.
that was so
For
much
sure.
fun.
Can confirm laughs were had that day.
Oh yeah. What number was
And
it
they
again?
were-
Like 1.
I forget.
Oh man, it was a while ago.
It was
Yeah.
a
I mostly
while
just
ago.
remember how
Long
angry we
time
made
ago.
It was
Elder.
last year or early this year, I think.
So it was probably
late
50
last
episodes
year.
ago, 52
Yeah.
episodes ago ish.
It would be around 40 to 50 episodes ago. So
Okay,
that would
which was
place
better?
it in the 160, 170 range.
Hearing how awesome everyone else thought it was, or hearing how mad LJ was.
Oh, I really liked how mad
Oh,
LJ got.
yeah.
That was really funny.
You can hear it.
Can confirm
What
LJ
is
Rage
this?
was great.
So hey, speaking of Elder
Rage
Rage,
is good for the heart.
hold up. So I actually want to talk to Phweffie about something because we had Brick
Oh,
Feed
no.
this last week, and you were not
yeah.
available to do Brick Feed that day, but we did have a discussion about like the Lego superhero girls stuff, how people were like.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of want to get your thoughts on that. Do you know much about the situation? You want me to explain that to you, or
no.
like?
Go ahead and.
Okay, so like basically, long story short, they did this new line called DC Superhero Girls for Lego, but they're not actual. Like the sets don't come with actual minifigures; they come with the Friends minifigures. And so there's a huge controversy on Facebook where people were like, a lot of parents and a lot of people on there were going and saying, "Hey, why are they Friends? Why are they Friends minifigures instead of being actual minifigures? I'd like them in this, form.
Yeah.
Why have we done this?" And so it sparked a discussion between us. Mainly is between us and LJ because LJ said the people that want them in normal minifigures are ridiculous, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
Like,
And so,
first he was like, "Oh, these people are stupid," and then it was like, "Why are they stupid? They just want traditional minifigures, man." And he's like,
So this
"Oh,
is.
they shouldn't expect that from a girl's Lego line
What?
because of Friends and elves all having
Well,
these
it's
minifigures."
not even about the fact that it's aimed at girls. It's just it's for quality. Just like if you're getting
that was
getting
the
a set,
discussion we had.
if you're getting a set right, like and it's a new line. Or it sounds like a new line to me. Is it a new line?
It is.
Right. If it's
Yeah,
a new
it is.
if it's a
Brand
new
new.
line, right, and then you're given minifigs from a previous line, this just kind of shows. For me, like kind of the comparison for Bionicle wise is like when they reused the Metro masks in 2006.
Well, it's not so much that
But then
they're using,
even
like,
then,
exact
that's not
minifigures.
even-
They're not using the
Yeah.
exact same figures, but they're doing like Batgirl and Wonder
It's
Woman.
because
in
they're
the
doing
same
it in
style.
mini
style.
dolls,
right.
which
right.
are an
Same
inferior
style as-
design.
Wait, so
So
it's
yeah,
them
it's-
but dressed up. Is that what
Well,
No,
It-
you
it
know
is-
the
it's-
Friends
no,
minifigures?
it's
the site? I can't.
How
reach
the
site
the
you
mini
posted
dolls?
behind.
They're the same characters. They just look like that instead of normal minifigures.
Yeah,
right.
So what?
The discussion that was had was basically the Friends style of minifigure called the mini doll has only been used. It was first introduced in Friends, and then every new girl-themed Lego theme that comes out also uses these mini dolls.
remember what these
So the
mini dolls
discussion
look
that's
like.
being had was like, why does every theme targeted to girls have to use this worse design? Why can't it use like regular minifigures? And LJ was basically going with the logic that, well, it's the standard now because Friends did so well. It's clearly popular. That's what works. And then we were like, well, that doesn't make the people who want the other thing ridiculous. It just means they're not thinking from a business standpoint. They
it's not even
like
if they want Lego to completely remake the sets, then that's stupid. But like that's not necessarily.
I don't think anyone's wanting them to completely remake the sets. I think what they're wanting is they're asking why the sets were made in this style to begin with. And granted, I mean, obviously it's suited towards this younger girl, demographic. But that being said, like, why is it that like immediately, like these are? It's not like, Friends and Elves are both original themes, so that people aren't really too upset that these things are coming in that format. Those characters are not. No one cares about the characters of Friends enough to be like, oh, they should be actual minifigures. It's okay if they're Friends dolls. But these are characters that people do want to see. Because right now they do also. They've released several new characters for those sets that aren't in minifigure format already and might not ever be. Lena Luthor is there. She's not going to be in the set. There's who the other ones that came out. I don't believe Bumblebee is in a set up until now. Yoshina is definitely not in a set, and I don't believe Crypto is either. And Crypto we might see at some point.
And also the characters are so.
Crypto's a super dog.
Crypto the super dog.
Wasn't there a TV show about that?
There was. Yeah, and there's a Legion of Super Pets, like Streaky the Super Cat, and
Bat Dog.
Ace the Bat Dog. Yeah, they had all these.
I can see both sides of the situation. I mean, like, if I kind of see it as them playing safe, like playing it safe. Like they're like.
And again, like from the singular where Eldio was talking about, there's definitely Lego has done market research going into this about which one would sell more. Lego's not stupid. They don't make decisions in the vacuum, So they did this presumably with better data than we have and that other things. So I'm not decrying Lego by saying that they are, they're idiots or that they're terrible for doing this. However, in the same sense, I also get people who want these sets to be, or the sets to have actual minifigures because the Friends dolls just are inferior, honestly.
Yeah, like
they don't have as many articulation.
I was just gonna say, I'm looking at these dolls, like the legs, like they have to move at the same time, both legs, because they're connected from the waist. So
I totally get where these where people are coming from. I don't think at all that's ridiculous to want them in minifigure form. I do think that these sets would be equally as popular if they were in minifigure form. I don't know if the dolls would necessarily weigh that. I also do know that the reason I am not buying these sets is because they're Friends dolls, and I would be buying at least some of them if they were regular minifigures. I don't have any want or desire for Friends dolls.
I'm not looking at it now.
None
I'm
of them
not
stand
really
out to me.
a personal fan of the doll, like the mini dolls, just because they kind of, I don't know, they look a bit weird. Like with Lego minifigs, they kind of like they had, even the faces are quite boxy, even though they're rounded, and it just kind of it looks just better. And these kind of they've still got the hands. You've still got those like really weird hook hands, and then they've got like this more human type body shape, and then they've got like the worst thing is the waist thing. I really can't, like the articulation of the waist, and that's it. Yeah. I think that's a really I don't know. I wouldn't want to play with a minifig that could only move out the waist.
Long story short,
minifig hybrid.
What do you think about every single Lego girl theme using these dolls? Like, I mean, that's been a controversy from day one where they announced these. What do you think? What's your opinion on
I don't know. They must have done research about it.
Girls,
I think it's to do with like the aesthetic of like because I really don't want to sound like, oh, it's because they want the girls to look like more girly and everything, but it kind of, I can't think of anything else.
Probably what it is.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Yeah. It's like, oh, they look more feminine, like with the elongated body, it gives them more opportunity to make them look like more
girls
girly.
Like dolls, right? Let's make
but they're not really
like
dolls.
Well, I mean, to be fair, not every girl, not every girl likes dolls. Yeah, but to be fair, enough of them do. Obviously, a lot, like the majority of them do. I mean, there's the point where a lot, like, there's able to make a sizable income off selling dolls to girls. In the same way that the action figure market has not necessarily captured.
Yeah. Everyone gets upset about the stereotype, oh, girls, dolls, but to just completely ignore the fact that girls do like dolls is just as nonsensical.
Well, it's just as bad.
Exactly.
Right?
Like it's not like it shouldn't be the only thing marketed towards them. And the people that have like restrict, Viper beforehand, you've said how your parents would be like, oh, you can't buy Bionicle, that's a boy's toy. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't also be like, well, girls absolutely hate dolls, and no girl actually likes to play with them.
Yeah, that's bad.
I have sisters, I have there's definitely a very large, very real demographic that really, that is entertained by and consumes these products. So I don't know. It's an interesting controversy, like from the fact that I mean, another thing with these designs, they look a lot more like normal clothes.
Yeah, that's
like the back one looks like a hoodie.
There's a lot more
Harley Quinn's looks
the shaping.
It looks like you could do like a cosplay-esque thing with some of these designs. Not all of them, and I don't know how they look like if they're in minifigure form. But the DC superhero girls, a lot of them are made to look like they're wearing kind of like like Batgirl kind of has a hoodie. Harley Quinn is definitely wearing booty shorts, I guess, or whatever. Like that kind of like.
Yeah.
Being able to translate that, like we don't have a Batman hoodie thing as a minifigure. That would be kind of cool to have.
I think the dolls work because they're more relatable. Because they have big heads, they're more pretty, they look more human.
Yeah.
Big heads.
Oh wow, yeah,
big head is the usual
girls,
thing. You have big
all they
eyes,
are the prettier, they have big
eyes,
heads.
You have big hair.
More relatable.
All these things that
How do
people
we
like.
make these things more relatable to girls? Let's give them big heads and make them prettier.
No, that's just the usual thing because that's what you relate with beauty. You have big heads, big eyes, etc. And that's what a lot of girls look into when they look at figures that they want to relate to themselves. That's why the dolls work. The normal minifigures, the small ones, are really chubby, weird looking, and they're just not as relatable. That's why the dolls
they are
work.
Rounder.
They look better.
I think the thing about the dolls is that the dolls are definitely rounder as aesthetic.
If you look at other dolls, like you said, they've got bigger features, loads of hair, like different clothes. The facial structure of a Lego minifig is a lot more. It's got more line to it instead of just more color and bigger eyes and more just pops out at you if it's a doll, whereas a minifig is just kind of small and cute and
like a Polly Pocket kind of deal, which my sisters were obsessed with for a while.
I used to get Polly Pocket. I used to get really angry. I used to get really angry at putting clothes on her though because they were like rubber, and they did.
Those were the weirdest clothes.
Oh yeah,
those are pretty weird clothes. Not gonna lie.
Get your skirt on. Get it on. I was just kind of trying to squeeze it on.
Honestly, here's my big beef of Lego. Whenever they do a new type of figure, they always take away articulation.
Yeah, that's probably
instead of giving it more articulation. The big figs,
that's really ironic.
figures,
you'd think they could do more articulation with the bigger figures.
Yeah,
exactly.
See,
personally, if the
when I think of dolls, it's I think of things like Bratz or Barbies where they have a lot of articulation. They've got articulation between you move both legs, both arms. They've got bull shoulder joints for their arms, and sometimes you even move the hands, like the wrist. So it's kind of weird that they would kind of get rid of that when most dolls.
Right. If the Friends figures were actually fully articulated, or not, I mean fully articulated, but if they had elbow bending and knee bending, and the minifigure, if they were able to use thank you. If they're able to use the mixel joints or something with that, I would be way more on board with okay, cool. I totally see why they made them in this aspect because there are DC superhero dolls that are being made with the TV show that are kind of like that. So these are mini dolls you can build. That makes more sense to me, I guess. The fact that all the new things they make, they put an inferior version of this figure out there, it boggles my mind, especially since everyone is aware of the minifigure's limits. And the big figs are just they tout them as a big deal for their set, and you can't do anything with them. You literally can't. You can't even. They have less articulation than even the Friends dolls because you can't move their the bodies up and down.
Literally, you just move. Either.
Yeah, you literally just move the arms and the fists. That's it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
why would you? All the good figures come. The Hulk comes like that. Thanos comes like that. Darkseid. It's why do I want this? Why do I want basically a statue?
Yeah,
because
instead of an actual
figure.
figure.
A statue on your
I would much rather have a normal size minifigure than the stupid big fig because I hate the big figs.
Well, it's all well and good having
They're the
a
worst.
centerpiece, but it's like you've got all this in the set. You've got like all these other little background things. You've got the motorcycle. You've got like the little transformation chamber thing where they have the different clothes. It's like, how are you supposed to play with these if you can't articulate them properly? Like you just have to pretend. I know a lot of kids do use pretend.
Use your imagination.
I used to use it all the time, but like I think
you used to use pretend.
Yeah, I used it a lot. It was super effective.
We probably sound so privileged compared to the people who back in the day played with like dolls made out of sticks and fabric that had zero articulation.
Times change.
Sock puppets.
Actually, no. If they have fabric, they actually do have articulation.
Yeah, mannequins.
A lot of articulation.
Mannequins have been around for a long time, and
okay, glass dolls. What about those?
Okay, glass dolls.
They're not meant to
no
be
one
played
plays
around.
With those.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are.
Why would you
those are
make
meant to sit
something
on
that
your
you're gonna throw
mantelpiece.
around and play with out of glass? That's just a stupid idea.
Let's throw around the glass. That's gonna
Let's
work
throw
out
around this
wonderful.
Not even
doll.
necessarily.
I'm
Not
sure
a-
nothing
the-
will go wrong.
Not necessarily like the whole thing's made out of glass, but like the old dolls will have like just the head is made out of like ceramic
yeah, but
or something
types of
breakable.
Dolls, they're meant for decoration and
Not
collection,
ceramic,
like ceramic plates or anything like that, just decorative or stamp collecting. Who knows a stamp
There were
collector
still
who
dolls
actually
that people
uses
gave
the
to their
stamps?
kids, though.
My stamp collecting's a little. Not to diss anyone who has a stamp collection. Fans out there that have stamp
Or it's
collections, I'm sure
like-
you're cool and not nerdy.
Why would
and-
you collect like model plates?
Someone listening to this
You're
podcast
not
who isn't
convincing
nerdy.
anybody.
Why would you?
That's true.
You don't know like a model plane collector who actually goes out and flies the planes. Like you collect them and put them together, assemble them, and you have them
Did I
like
miss something?
in like a collection. You don't actually use it, so
Yeah.
it's
Model planes aren't made for
'cause they're not
flying.
built for
That's not
that,
what they're
yeah.
for. Yeah. So, So, anyhow, long story short, tying this all back around.
Tying this back around to what?
Should we what is the solution here for girls' toys going forward? Do you think they just should have more system sets of girls in them?
Yeah, that's
You
sort of
think
what I
like-
think.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
have more
I think
general Lego
that's all they
sets.
I
need.
think like maybe I don't know how this if this would work, but just treat like a girl's line like any other line per se. Like just maybe like you said, more system.
That's what I
would
think
be,
about
I think it's okay trying new waters and everything, but like it kind of
Right.
these new sets. If you just show me these sets, I wouldn't think Lego. I would think like Polly in My Pocket,
Mega
or,
Bloks
like,
or
types
Yeah, I
of-
don't honestly
yeah,
think
right,
it was
like
Mega
Mattel.
Bloks.
Yeah, like Mega Bloks. That's
Yeah.
a good. That
true.
would be a good example. It's like,
I
wouldn't
obviously don't
think
have
that-
access to the market research
Yeah,
behind
market,
the mini doll decision, but if it were up to me, I would think just make sets that girls would enjoy, and they'll come no matter, regardless of the minifigures.
Well, I mean, that's the
they'll
thing.
buy this
Lego's
stuff. I don't think the
losing
girls
out
are
on
looking
people.
out for minifigures.
There's
They
one
just
thing
want
you can-
cool
like-
sets.
You can definitely say with this is that Lego is losing out on people because they made it a friends line that might not in this. I don't know if the flip side is necessarily true. Would have lost girls if it didn't make it a friends line. I don't know. I don't know that, but we do definitely know that there are people that are not going to buy it because it's a friends line and because they don't want
But
those
Kahi,
minifigures.
they're
Me included.
ridiculous.
I don't think that's ridiculous at all.
How do you know that?
Again.
Just because of some moms on Facebook?
Good
Moms
thing
on
LJ doesn't
Facebook
listen
are
to
the
this.
worst.
That's actually a better version of LJ. Like the impression is actually a better version of LJ than he was on Brickfeed.
The big feed was a mess. Anyone who hasn't
that
listened
was-
to that
That
totally
break
should.
was awesome.
That was like
I was very happy with
that. No, I'm happy that we were all able to convey our points cleanly, except for LJ, who did not convey anything.
LJ
outside
sounded
of-
like a jerk. in that
Yeah.
From what
Oh,
you're
you
saying
d-
to
alright,
me, I
you
think
need
I
to-
probably
okay.
would have lost
LJ
it.
sounded like a jerk. That's basically LJ.
Well, I mean, like
It's
an
not just
extra
like-
jerk, extra jerk size.
You need to listen to this episode.
I'm starting to feel better
I
about
really-
myself.
Really, you need to listen to this episode because it's it gets
It
ridiculous.
was
at the end.
ridiculous.
The
yeah.
one thing that is ridiculous about this is literally just LJ, where it was I was like I don't even know. Should I end this episode now just to get away from this as far as
We
possible?
need to pause this and
He
just have a quick
he
chat for a
derailed
moment.
He derailed that so bad. It was.
He actually goes completely crazy.
He really does.
This might have to be the first brick for Brit.
You should be on an episode of Brick Feed, Takuma.
Yeah, all you guys that don't come on Brick Feed, you should come on for an episode.
It's fun.
Phweffie, Takuma, X.
I used to come on all the time, but they got to change the time.
What?
We did change the time on you.
Never
but you did say
figured
you'd
it
be
out.
showing up.
When do you guys
look forward to
record
X? We recorded this on Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern.
Yeah, I was gonna come
So-
on.
Yeah, I'm gone to work at that point.
My friends that I barely speak to was like, "Hey, Phweffie, do you want to come out and have a drink?" And I had too much to drink.
It's okay.
That
And
happens.
it was like,
You know,
I can't do it.
it
I'm more like, I can't
Trooper,
do
we just need to
Brick
find a
Feed
time for
like
Bird
this.
Friday.
Yeah, we do. We should just take over TTV with just the greatest series the world has ever seen.
We need to do our Let's Play of
Where we
Hatoful
talk
Boyfriend.
about
Yeah.
I don't like
you
that.
guys should.
Did you
Wait, how
ever watch
appropriate
it?
is that for the channel?
It's a
Stick it on
pigeon
Meso.
dating sim.
But it's a parody of dating sims. It's birds.
It's
Okay, alright, so
literally
girl.
the
So, like,
current
you're
year.
the only
Pigeons.
human
No, I'm
girl.
just saying that, like, I mean, like, how appropriate is it? Like, would you say for the change? You think it's okay
I
to go on the
played through
channel?
it once and I didn't see anything objectionable.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
Takuma
Even if
can
there
play.
was
You know
a
my
second
standard.
Meso,
You know
it's a
my
safety
standard.
net.
I do.
Just
Yeah,
go
I
ahead,
do. I do
disclaimer.
trust your judgment when it comes to what's appropriate and what's not. So let's. Right.
The
if you
premise
guys,
of the game
if you
is
guys
you're
can
the
sit
only
down and do that.
human girl at a college for birds.
I watched a literary.
I have seen it too. There's actually a sequel to, or not a sequel, a spiritual like in universe thing where it's like Ace Attorney but with birds, and I've always wanted to play that with LJ and
Avery
Meso.
Attorney.
Avery Attorney.
I want to play that.
I
wanna do that
watch
sometime, Meso?
The, Overwatch dating.
You know, okay, hey,
Sure,
you guys
why
want
not?
to, you guys
Meso.
want to like, you guys want to finish up. I've been trying to get like, yeah, because me and Meso and LJ are the only people that are like
Ace
really
Attorney.
an Ace Attorney.
But birds.
What Ace Attorney?
But Ace Attorney, it's
What?
really more of an Ace
Nothing.
Attorney thing.
But Pokemon.
Do you guys
That's
want to
cool.
finish up like?
Nerf for nothing.
What? Guy?
You guys want to stream something? Like stream a game sometime soon?
Like what?
Y'all want to do that? I want to do Lego Worlds again because we haven't done that in a while. If not, then we can do like something else. But like, we should just like all sit down and now that I've got my new computer, and so I'm pushing for us to do like some more Let's Play stuff or some
Sure,
some
why
streaming
not?
stuff. Want to do that?
Wow,
Phweffie,
that was
I know you're gonna be.
enthusiastic.
Yeah, I know. All right, fine. Okay, we don't need to do it. I'm just saying. Want to hang out because I haven't hung out in a while. Phweffie, you want to like once you have internet, you want to like come by and chill out.
Yes.
Just like
Yes, I would.
I feel bad. I haven't spoken to you in like maybe 2
I'm
weeks.
not gonna speak to
And
you.
now I'm not gonna
Finally
talk to
get
you
to
in
talk,
every 2
and
weeks.
it's like I'm not gonna have internet for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like wow. I was barely on the other night when you were on for the first time in forever.
Yeah. Tell the story, Viper. What's going on with you?
Yeah, come on. Tell the Phweffie.
If I somehow don't exist in the official release of the podcast, or I sound like I'm in a massive room, that's because I am. I'm in my empty bedroom, and the only thing that's left is my mattress.
Are there empty bookshelves?
Yep, my empty bookshelves are gone. There's a lonely office
Oh, boy.
chair in the corner with a
Sounds
cover over
depressing.
its face. It's ashamed of itself. But yeah, I'm moving tomorrow as of this recording, and then I will
And you
be
ain't having internet for
and
2
I will
weeks.
be in the internet dead zone of the English countryside for 2 weeks.
Oh man. Do you know how fast your internet will be when you
It
get
will
it?
be trash. I already know.
Oh. Oh
when
man,
I
I
lived-
I was
feel
telling
so
earlier,
bad
you gotta
for
be
you.
prepared to do some fighting with your parents to upgrade the
used
internet.
To,
Like,
I
Alright.
used to live there like 4 years ago before I even joined the podcast, and it took me 5 minutes to load one like a YouTube video.
Oh.
It
Sounds like
was
Egypt.
it was abhorrent internet.
Okay,
Basically,
can we
dial-up.
can I reference why you're moving? Is that cool with you?
I mean, maybe we want to do it for the after show or something like that.
It's Comcast,
Okay,
isn't
we
it?
can do it for the after show.
I don't
What
wanna do
after
that.
show?
Curse
No,
you.
no. Can we do an after show, please?
No,
Curse
please.
you.
No.
Okay,
I've never
fine.
even
All right.
been on
You
an
can say it
after
then,
show.
We'll just say okay. Here's the deal, so, guys. You guess why Viper. Guess why Phweffie is moving.
Vapors movie.
Because she wanted to get to the other side.
Because her brother vaped, and her mom was like, "No, and therefore they're moving to the country.
Really?
I'm sure there's other reasons why.
I mean, that's not like
this house. I hate this place. It's like, but this place is helpful and opportunistic. And it's like, we're going back to the middle of nowhere. Like, literally, it is the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I would have better signal and better survival rate in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh my gosh.
Like, at least the Bermuda Triangle has food. This village.
Here's what you guys need to do.
Corpses
You guys
of people who never
get your
returned.
friends,
area.
get your
God.
friends,
This
come by,
this is what my
subscribe to our
mum said me.
channel.
It's like, there's no shops there. How are we supposed to live? It's like, there's a pub, which is basically a place.
There's a pub. That's you'll definitely be able to
people who
record in
actually
the pub.
live in
Yes, we'll go to the Winchester and wait until it all blows over.
There's a
man.
pub.
Bermuda Triangle privilege.
We
will go
if
to the
we need to
Winchester
get to a
and
point
wait
where we
until
can
it all
hire people
blows
full time
over.
and get you a work visa and have you come to the U.S. Which you
Let's
can
start
do.
a
You can help us.
GoFundMe.
Screw
Get
this.
Viper
No,
good
You can
internet.
help us. You can help us fans by subscribing
I've got
to
5
Vessel.com
sisters, you could
/the
blend in,
TTV
nobody would
channel.
ever even notice at
Wow.
this point.
Shut up. You can by subscribing
Shut
to Vessel.com /TTV channel. Take it away, Meso.
Okay, so, do you like foot? No, I'm not gonna do that whole thing again. Just, yeah, it's like, Vessel.com /TTV channel. We have 1 week early access for most of our video series, except for the Brookfeed podcast, which comes out for free on a weekly basis. We also got exclusives up there, just some fun Let's Plays from the past, and a certain Let's Play in specific that hopefully will come out one day over there. But you can stay tuned over there for all our exclusive content that we do have and all our early access content every week. Just $3 a month or $20 a year. Fun times for everyone. Tons of good cheer. All right, let's continue.
Oh, that's nice. So I went to DC.
It's
I
been
went to
like,
DC.
Congrats.
It's been like 55 minutes already. Holy crap.
I went
It's
to
been
DC
gone.
Isn't this the
too,
part where
guys.
we start
Find
wrapping
out
up?
on the
I went to
next
DC
episode.
yesterday. There are two things that I want to kind of like talk about real quick.
Oh boy, another half hour incoming.
Number one, we were walking by, we saw the new Trump Hotel being constructed, and we're like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, wow, that's, the giant logo says Trump Hotel. And we're like, that's really cool. I wonder who's the neighbors to the Trump Hotel. I turn around, it's the IRS. Well, that's a little awkward. Number two, we're going by the White House. And we're all taking like selfies and stuff, in front of the White House, because why not? It's the White House, right? There's a guy taking like these tourists are taking this, like I believe they're from an Asian country. I don't know which one, but the guy like sets his camera bag down by the thing, and like unbeknownst to everyone. And so I'm just saying, I'm taking selfie. The Secret Service guy behind me goes, "Whose bag is that?" And I jump like 40 feet behind him. I'm like, "Whoa, no, not doing this." And the guy's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, it's just my bag." He's like, Don't put that there right next to the gates of the White House. And I was like, "Ooh boy." But as we were leaving too, we left. Like we're about to leave, and my friend was like, "Hey, there's a lot of cars over there." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "I think it's the president." And no joke, it was the Obamas.
It was the Obamas.
And they were like,
Oh my
"Wow,
gosh.
the thing." It was
You
the
should have
Obamas.
saying,
So that was
"Obama,
cool.
I love you."
Oh, shoot.
You should have just shouted, "Thanks, Obama."
Yeah.
I really should have. I honestly we were talking afterwards. It was like, would you ever date someone whose dad was the president?
No.
Like first, I mean, like the Obamas or like Chelsea or Ivanka
Wow.
or any person. Like we were talking about this and we're like, we would be added if I dated like the president's daughter or whatever. Because there's like they're talking about a movie.
This is
where,
actually
like,
a chick
someone-
flick, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
President's daughter.
My roommate's girlfriend was talking about this chick flick, and she was like, "There's a chick flick called like My Date with the President's Daughter."
That's
and,
it.
And like, yeah, exactly. And they're like, they have a thing, right? And so it's a thing where we were talking. It's like, would you do that? Because like as a dude, like already you have to like you have to go and meet the family, and you got to do that. But imagine he's the president, and imagine that he has security detail on you like 24/7. Because
And imagine you voted for the
You
other
have to.
guy.
That's awkward. That's boy. No, that's a dinner conversation I'm not looking forward to having.
Awkward conversation.
But like, imagine like now
Can't even imagine what that
100%
would be like.
everything you do is being watched by the Secret Service immediately. You are dating his daughter, therefore you are on security detail. Because right now you are possibly one of the biggest security risks. You know? Like, just say, like, his daughter decides to sneak out to go with you to a party. Boy. that is security detail. You have snipers trained on you at all times. Like, can you imagine how crazy that is? I don't know. No, I don't think I can ever do that. So, I wonder how it must be, like, for the kids, the Obama kids, growing up. Were they just not allowed to have boyfriends? Or, like, were they just kind of like, I can't date you because people in... Thanks, Prpl.
Thanks, old like, Prpl.
I mean, just think how crazy that would be. Like, hey, you know, I'd love to go on a date with you, but there are guys in suits that will literally follow us around, and we won't know. And your Snapchat will be stalked from now on, because I can't send Snapchats to you from the White House, because that's a security risk. You know, it's like, I don't know. We were just talking about that. How crazy that must be.
It's an interesting concept.
But I saw the president, so that was kind of cool.
How many bathrooms are in the White House? I forgot.
I have no idea. We didn't go on a tour.
17 or something.
I do want to go on a tour of the White House. I hear you can do it. So
LJ did.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say that. I don't know why I wasn't allowed to say that. But he totally went on a tour of the White House after breakfast. Yeah. Without us, 35. We did not go on a tour.
The White House has 35 bathrooms.
Well, there's
none of which are
public
bathrooms.
What?
I mean,
all right.
What would they be? Just let some random hobo on the
visitors.
Street.
Well, okay, no joke. I was looking at the gate to the White House. This guy comes up and he just like waves his badge and they let him in. And I was like, what? What? That's what it takes to get into the White House? You show your badge? I can Photoshop this. We saw Nicolas Cage Photoshop a badge in National Treasure, which was a real documentary.
Maybe it was planned just to prank you or something. Just a prank.
I mean, probably what happened. Like, what probably happens is that these guys have been on the, you know, they worked at the White House for ages, and so the people there know their faces immediately because they have facial, you know, they are like really good at recognizing people because they work at the White House. So that's what I assumed happened. I don't think it's like that simple. But that being said, it was kind of crazy to me that this is like the White House, and instead of like, there's no like, you know, you scan your fingerprint and like your eyes, and you're like, I don't know, like you see that one movie where like the guy like has to go through and scan all his stuff, scans it, like he sits on the scanner and scans his butt.
Oh yeah, it's like a DreamWorks
you know what I'm talking
movie.
About?
What?
Yeah, it's a DreamWorks movie, and it has like.
Monsters vs. Aliens.
Monsters vs. Aliens, yeah.
Monsters vs. Aliens, yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, I thought there'd just be more security, and they're like, "Here's my badge. There you go. Welcome to the house of the free leader of the world."
I always like the bit when
the free leader.
I always like the bit when he's like, "Take this, alien!" He shoots it like with his revolver, and he's like,
"The world, just a free leader of the United
evidently
States."
Eat lead. He's like, "I'm brave. I'm a brave president." As he's taken away,
I saw that movie once, and it was
he does like he does the Nixon pose with the two V's, like I'm a brave president. And he also plays that song from
like a bobblehead FBI agent.
That's the only part of that movie I remember is
no
copyright music.
It really is the only memorable part of that movie.
Okay. Anyway,
I think it's about time we probably
go on.
This podcast was like an hour long, but the comments are all just going to be about Trump Tower or Trump Hotel.
Probably.
Who's going to trump that?
I predict the comments being a mixture of, wow, you guys came so close to talking about politics, to, why did you have the exact same discussion you had on this week's Brick Feed, on this week's TTV, to, why is there no Bionicle discussion?
That's three different ones.
Bionicle is dead. There's your discussion.
There's nothing to talk about.
Like, oh, is it dead? It's dead. Well, how be? That's our discussion.
We gotta check. Is it still breathing?
Bionicle after story.
Okay, here's what we'll do every week. All right, is Bionicle still dead?
Yep.
All right,
I'm just gonna make a website. Just
right.
If
website
Bionicle equals dead, print Bionicle is dead. Else print Bionicle is alive.
No,
we should actually get that website. Is BionicleStillDead.com, and you can go there.
Let's do it right after this podcast before people.
It should be just like isBionicle.dead.com, and then it's like it's got nothing on it apart from a grave, and it's got a timer saying how long dead Bionicle's been, and it's like.
Takuma, you think you can whip something up? Even if it doesn't have to be a tombstone, it could just be like a giant yes or
it's like yes.
Could you do that? I think it's worth donating
if you
several
can do
funds.
that, we should do it. Yeah,
we should do that.
Yeah, just put a bunch of ads on the website. So
That should be that should be our third sponsor. Like, oh, sponsored by isbionicledead.com. Is Bionicle dead? Yes. As your discussion. We do that in front of every episode. We should do it.
This is a joke I would and will pay money for.
I will pay money for it. If we can make this happen. Let's work on this project.
Make
right
it a
now.
Kickstarter. Let's do it. Come on.
Nice.
Alright, well, thank you very much for listening to this week's exciting episode of the TTV Podcast.
You're
Be sure
welcome.
to tune in next week for more non-bionicle discussion. Farewell, everybody. I'm
our
Meso.
names.
Farewell.
I am John. Finjuan.
I am Ven.
I am Phweffie from Phweffkin lands with all the Phweffingtons are at, which is apparently what my people are called.
No, they're called Phweffing.
Phweffings. Right, yes.
Phweffington.
I know what the people call
Rip.
my people.
Let Takuma say his name!
I'm enjoying this. I am Takuma Nova.
No.
I am Troop Dog Mickey, Trooperson, Troop Dog.
Troop Dog McGee. Troop Dog. Represent.
And I'm Prpl.
Aw.
And farewell, everybody. I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.
You know, we should also have next week. We have is Phweffie dead? Is Phweffie still alive?
Phweff's still alive.
I'll see you in
Yeah.
two. I'll see you in
Goodbye.
2 episodes.